So today's an exciting day. It's mail day. We got two parcels in the mail today. They both came from Ontario, and one came from a hobby shop, Otter Valley. That was an order. Um, and this came from an individual. This was a Kijiji purchase, another gamble, which I'm hoping will pay off well. Um, Ontario's having an issue. Canada Post, probably nationwide, is having an issue, obviously, due to the COVID crisis. Um, uh, Canada Post is backed up in its sorting facilities and whatnot. I heard Mississauga had many trailers to sort through. Um, Halifax, a week ago, had like 25 trailers to go through. So the items are getting processed and then basically held up when they congregate into other sorting stations in different districts. Needless to say, I'm quite pleased. So I'm going to open this up. It's well packaged. It was agreed upon that they'd use a bubble envelope, which they did do, and a crap load of tape. So better be careful. I don't want to necessarily cut the the item inside. So I'll just maybe kind of do this. Not so bad. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. And what do you think? It's a Digitrax DH123P. It's a decoder. It comes with an 8-pin plug. It's an older style decoder from Digitrax. Now this was the retail, who knows how long ago. I didn't pay that. I paid $20 plus a few dollars for shipping, so it was like $22. So save a few dollars, and you know, it's got a two extra functions plus a regular decoder functions. So that'd be good enough for a decoder that I do not want to have sound installed. So I'm quite pleased with that. Geez, I don't even know if the package has been opened. It's could be new old stock from what I see. Possibly. Anyway, I'll open this up and do a test to see if it's still on factory defaults or not. Now the fun part. I'm so excited. This is my first purchase from this hobby shop. I've recommended this shop to others because of people I've known who have purchased from them. It was very easy ordering online. They have a very good comprehensive website. Their stock seems to be very current and up to date on their website, which is great. So yeah, I bit the bullet and finally took a chance to buy something and get them to ship it to me. I've known they've been busy all through this COVID crisis, getting stock and shipping stock out. It's packaged very well. More packaging for when I ship stuff out, which is great. Ooh, look at this. It's in its own frickin' protective bag. I'm a little off screen. Very cool. Let's see here. Well, we might as well dig right into it. Is it going to focus? Lightweight diner car, Canadian National Let me just tap this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move it. There we go. 1954 scheme, 1350 is the number. Let's, there we go, cut some tape. Cut some tape. Now this was the main focus of my purchase from Otter Valley. I have pretty much the whole line. I basically created a 54 scheme of the Ocean Limited. I put it on my club's layout, and it was longer than half one leg of the layout, which was quite funny. So I am going to open that up. I like their new packaging. Box is pretty cool. It's more modern, I guess. So obviously we've got exploded parts diagram, documentation, Supercontinental line, all kinds of information regarding this lightweight coach, French and English, which is cool. I'll read through that later. On the underside, we've got our magic wand, marker lights, extra coupler. Oh, and they even included the water containers for the tables. Glue those down as if you're getting served water. Now, from what I understand, they've changed the way these are assembled. The body is more sturdy because the top doesn't lift off. The shell is completely whole. Let's see if I can cut this tape without going too crazy. There we are. God, I gotta get a new blade, I guess. Change that blade out. Oh yeah, this is my very first brand new Rapido car. I normally buy secondhand, and so this is probably the most expensive car I've purchased brand new, and I didn't want to miss out on it or wait a couple of years for when people decide to sell them. When I purchased this was the last one that Otter Valley had in stock with 1350 numbering, and yeah, it was kind of neat how quickly their inventory moves. And look at that underbody detail. This is crazy. Painted couplers, which is kind of cool. One thing that was brought to my attention, even after I purchased it, which I don't care, all of the shades are at the same level in the dining area, and then in the hallway here they're pushed up a little higher. I mean, it matters not to me. I have some of the older ones, a lot of the older ones where all of the window shades are at the same height. I think I have maybe one or two where they vary, which is quite, it matters not to me. Now what I'm going to try to do is see if we can get this right in there with some light. I'm going to try to, pardon me, my little thing here is a pain. Focus right there. And you might be able to see they actually have the place settings on the table. The seats are a different color. They have tablecloths on the table, and then they have the plates and the cutlery on the table, and they're painted. And they even have the little yellow ring on the place settings on the dishes. Isn't that freaking cool? Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, the detail. And these are lit. Of course, it comes with a wand. They're not battery powered, they're track powered, which is great. And from what I understand, they even have a little capacitor for Keep Alive. And maybe someday, if I feel ambitious, I might upgrade all of my previous purchases to track powered. Yeah. So it doesn't appear to have any missing parts. I don't see anything floating around, which is awesome. And so I'll just package this back up. I'll put that away later. And see if there should be one more item in my box. Let's see. Okay. This is just an invoice paper. I'm going to open it off camera, which is fine. I'll just keep that for documentation. There should be one more item. Yes. Now, I just bought this because I wanted to put something else in the box. I should have bought something else. After I was looking through, I had a better idea of what I wanted. Should have added to it. But anyway, Locksound speaker set. So these are cool. It's part 50321. Now I bought many of these. Very happy with the sound. The speaker is nice and small, fits in anything. I fit two of these in a Bachmann 44 tonner with Locksound Select Micro. But what is key is all of these baffle parts. They give you way more because you can do different variations. So I think I paid like $11 or something for this whole thing. So yeah, build a speaker baffle box and you have the spare parts that you can use on other speakers. And I buy a lot of speakers from China, and I just make things work. So yeah, that is mail day today. Very pleased. Awesome, awesome. 3 things. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back.